Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I want to go over my 2022 New Year resolutions and put to paper some of my 2023 resolutions. Now, I haven't purchased my 2023 planner yet, so this is either something I'm going to tape in or rewrite inside of, and I'll show you that later in a video when I go to do that. But let's revisit all the resolutions I had for this year. So my first one was follow the rules of my NoBuy. I would say I did that. We're doing good. The second one was just get into the mindset and start thinking more creatively with the combinations so I don't get burnt out. And I think I did that just fine. The third one was fill 10 sketchbooks. And I filled 11. And then 4 painting, and I think I did 5. So if we look at December, and then again, this one is November and April because you can see the size differential. Here is October, September, August, July, June, May, again, April's in here. February, oh, here's March, January. So this is 11 sketchbooks. This is a lot. Again, I'm only 2 weeks into December, so it kind of feels a little disingenuous, like I'm borrowing creativity. But just know that I plan on filling this whole thing this month. And then for painting, I painted in March, I painted in May, July, September, and October. So I did a lot more painting this year. That was one of the things I wanted to work on. It was just more watercolor. So I'm very pleased and happy about that. No general impulse shopping. I did fine with that one. More art news, not really. I kind of removed art news from my channel. Some art news is too recent. And while some of it is historical and interesting and can sometimes change the way we view a piece of art or how we value it, a lot of it just sort of felt like I was talking about people and gossiping, and so I just kind of dropped the art news. I just don't think that's for me. Spending less time online? No. I would say it's the same. Read 50 books. 12 art design related. I read 11. So the 12th one will be for December. I read 85 books so far, and I'm not done. And I don't count audiobooks, but you're more than welcome to count that if that is how you do your reading. And then more family photography. I would say I failed that one horribly. So in terms of art and my NoBuy, I did fine. My sketchbook goals. Let's look at 2023. So I'm doing a Stology 365 sketchbook. So that's going to be a page a day. I would like to, on top of that, fill one A4 sketchbook. I have to be realistic since I'm going to be overlapping this. One A6 sketchbook. And then one watercolor. And that may have over 30 pages depending on how I bind that. So I'm looking at 4 sketchbooks. Make sure that's still on camera. And I apologize that this is too zoomed out for 2023. I'd like to read 50 books again. And 12 art books. I think it's always good to see what's going on in the art world in terms of publications. Again, more family photography, and I may have to buy some actual film and do some old school photography to get motivated and get in the mood of that. Sometimes digital photography just doesn't have the same charm that actual photographs do, so I may have to do actual film. And I'm not sure if that's considered a surface or a medium. and where to purchase that. So I either purchase that now in December or I wait till July for that one. And I'll have to think more on how I'm going to do that. And a low buy. So my goal now is to stick to a low buy and spend, you know, $500 or less. So this is going to be on my resolutions every year moving forward. Now that I'm done with a no-buy, consider it like the weight loss. I now have to maintain that, which would be the sticking to the budget portion of that. And then internet, I would always like to spend less time online. I just don't know. It's kind of hard. If you're an artist and you want to put your work out there, if you're looking for commissions or sales, if you're sort of moving from hobby to career in the art sphere, it can be really hard to do that without a online web presence and being on the social networking sites. And once you join those, it's such a slippery slope to being on those all the time. Because the animals on Instagram make me laugh. So this video will go into my no-buy playlist just because so much of it is tied to creating and the no-buy, and then now maintaining this. Maintaining the low buy forever, setting in a good example, holding myself accountable. I'm going to have at least 2 videos. It's going to be at least 2 or 3 next year in 2023 that are about the low buy and how I'm maintaining that and how I'm just holding myself accountable and making sure I'm not falling prey to my greatest temptations and how I deal with temptation in general. So after a year no buy, I think those videos will also be beneficial and helpful to folks if they are curious as to what it looks like after the fact. Like after the dust has settled and the no buy is over, how do I keep from going back to my old ways and spending things like $2,626.71. So this sounds like a lot of resolutions. And I know some people view January 1st as arbitrary and some folks like that as a jumping off point. I'm just doing it January 1st because it's so clean cut with the years and I can divide it and look at my creations and be able to count and do the math with some of this. So this is what 2023 is going to look like. You're going to see a lot of one sketchbook, and then I hope to be able to bring an A4 and A6 and some of this stuff while hiking and going around. I would also like to add an amendment, more charcoal. So if 2022 was more watercolor and 2021 was more colored pencil, I would like 2023 to have more charcoal. That's just a supply I would like to do more than 30 times in 1 year. So I don't want to just limit it to November or have it be that specific. I want to do it throughout the year and really take my time with it and do it with the mood. I want to lean in more to my moods and not be so tied to every single drawing challenge every single month. And if I want to change it up every single day within my sketchbook with the mediums, I want to allow myself that freedom since I am restricting the paper. So if I'm restricting something, I want something else to be more forgiving. And that's kind of how I'm looking at this. So I hope this video helps. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.